9 episodes later, I just freaking remembered. Had something to do with all the quests. Hello, fellow tamers, this is your King Willick speaking, and the reason that I keep trying to bring this up is because it was more important, or most important. If you own your own group, this is what you get, alright? Every quest and each map needs to be 100% complete in order to rank up your guild. As far as I was told whenever I first started the game, because whenever I was received a video about this, it seemed most important to me at the time. Now, I'm not so sure how far the ranking goes, but each map that is complete, your thing increases for each location. The people that are aware of you that you never knew existed, a list of people that acknowledge this sort of thing. I can't remember what it's called. Crap. Well, anyway, I think I can find it here somewhere. It's like around here. Adventures, world, digital world. Not quests. Quests completed. General ranking. Events, etc. Member of society. That's a given. Bronze. You know what? I can't remember what it was called, but it has something to do with your ranks. The higher the ranks, the higher the level of your guild, and they needed to be more clear about this the next time that comes up in a conversation, because it was needed. And the more quests you do, the more of that map you are more being aware of, or something like that. I can't remember what it was about. But anyway, Kurata, suspicious research. Okay, telling you don't have to keep base samples. Well, guess what we're gonna have to do? Regrettably. These are insects, so they don't have to beast. Yeah. I mean, I've played games like this almost all the time. The more people that are aware of you list was a thing. And I'm not even sure what it's called anymore, and that's kind of sad to me. So, yeah, I can't remember. Is this it? No. But is it beast data? No. Get rid of it. Get rid of that. And get rid of that. Crying out loud. What, you're out of my game. So lame. What kind of tamer is that anyway? Oh. Okay, never mind. I just can't get it. I mean, most of my family, you know, their history of loss of memory had something to do with seizures, but I never received any seizures whenever I was a kid, so it's kind of like hard for me to understand why I'm losing memory, other than the fact that, you know, I've been suffering from a lot of head injuries, and that may have caused it. I'm not so sure. That's why whenever I was a kid, my learning curve took a massive fall, and I can't seem to understand then why everybody was learning things so much faster than what I was because my brain hadn't hit that level of maturity yet, and I still didn't understand the fact that why my mind was so much slower than everybody else's. And it's not that it's slow, it's just that it's losing more focus on memory itself. And every time I tried to remember something, I would have to write it down or something other. And sometimes, more or less, I would learn the difference of words. And strangely, this comes into topic because it was much like, how would you say it? Let's use the word your as a reference. Your is split between you are or just something that belongs to you as your own. And that to me made no difference whatsoever, which made it harder for me to understand what the difference of the word, the difference of the words are in order to complete the spelling of a certain prospect. So, meaning and grammar, spelling, it all escapes me because of my memory problems. And I know it can't be used as an excuse, but sorry. You know, it took a lot of therapy to figure that one out. Yeah, I was, continuously hit over the head whenever I was a kid. I constantly flipped my bike a few times by hitting the wrong brake. And ever since then, everybody always made fun of me in school. So, number one reason why I was constantly hated in the town that I currently reside. So, no, I'm not complaining. I'm not even bragging. I'm not, I'm just bringing this up for future cases or future reference, or rather, what have you. But where do I get the beast data samples? Oh, Kiwimon. How did I forget that one? Oh, I was just explaining it. Never mind. So, yeah, there was like virtually no way for me to remember by myself what I needed to do or what I needed to accomplish. I pretty much had to have a schedule put in front of me, rather clip notes of what else I needed to remember on the side. And it's like really hard for me to keep track of things. That's why I try to fill in with new technology or whatnot to keep track of everything, so it would make it more easier on me. But until that note, there's not much I can do. But no, I still get by, I still get around. I'm not physically impaired, just mentally. But yeah, I'm learning slowly. My mind seems to, oh, there's one. My mind seems to, remember whenever it wants to, and it's not by choice, it's by fault. And so, if you see anything missing or forgotten, you can tell me. I won't bite your head off or anything, but take it on a slower scale, like, not so much as to, like, give me one thing, like, on a rapid fire thing, like, spell it this way, and then turn around and I do that, and then you turn around and tell me to spell this in the other way, and then do that, and no, I can't handle it. It's like, you gotta give me a list on what to correct, and I'll handle it down the line. You just can't, give it to me on a, like, later clip. I mean, it's all gotta be done at once or just not at all. Now, I've had so much problems about people giving me crap about my spelling. This hasn't become an issue since I've downloaded a lot of browsers, of course, that help me on that case itself. considering how Foxfire started out with spell check, and now Google Chrome came out and Google Chrome had its own spell check and all that stuff. And you know, I've been doing pretty well considering Google's advancements to their software. And Google helped a lot on that regard, but I just wish that they would come up with some way that I could like come up with a schedule or keep memos or whatnot, instead of just like posting notes and running down my memory on my computer. And it's like really tedious how I keep going through computers left and right since I had to build them on my own, pretty much. And the one computer that I was focusing on was getting a XI3 piston console. And to some people, an office piston would be flatter, to where a console is more of an X-shaped that holds one of those flat consoles to a minimum of a hard drive on its own. So I thought that might help somehow, since it's a lot more simpler to build and replace, or well, have like replacement parts that snap on and off and whatnot. But in a way that does help in secure ways to prevent loss of systems and whatnot, and it saves a lot of space to do more things around the desk. And you know, I've been strategizing, and my family was helping me out largely enough to help me get a photo ID and help me put things together to where I could get a personal savings account put up so I could get one of these things. So if I ever come up to an idea of donations, possibly get one of those if I could, but I'm not so sure how about going by doing that. But yeah, other than that, I'm doing my best trying to keep everything together, keeping up with my personal visits and whatnot, or my appointments. But yeah, other than that, everything seems to be holding up well. Why do I keep recovering HP when I want DS? DS is key here. Those discs are being wasted because I can't get the color coordination correct. I keep tripping over my own words. And here comes Grandma. I'm blasting you. Goodbye. And he has nothing to focus on, rather skill-based, but now I completed that quest. That's done. Now who do I need to turn this into? Oh, Leomon. Oh great, at least the Pawn Chess... Wait, no. Leomon's over there. Pawn Chessmon's over here. I can tell because on the mini-map, it points the direction where I'm facing. Rather, on this map over here, where this N is, has a cone to where I'm facing. So arrow versus cones, it's kind of confusing at times because you're looking at an open space, or I should say tail end of each situation. Because if you look on the mini-map on the top right screen where the minus and plus are, you'll see that there's a cone there that symbolizes a arrow, and this arrow down here, where this one is, kind of resembles the same thing, but it's pointing at what this cone is viewing at, and it's kind of confusing. So yeah, my learning curve is slow, and my ability to pick up things as fast as other people is a downfall. And Kurata got this quest back, so I'll be right back for the next one. Save your energy, Agumon. We'll be right back.